Hiya! How about that?
Healthy.
Real fucking healthy there. This is Wired and Weird. What's up? I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Big Steve.
How you doing? This is November 27th, 2021. How the fuck is everybody at home? How you doing? This is, just after Thanksgiving. So if you do that type of shit, I don't know, in 50 years, this may be like, I can't believe they talked about Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, right.
But you never know. How you doing? Jerry B's over here in the corner. He's staring at us like a cuck. It's a fun time. I've never been watched while podcasting before. Normally he's out of town. We send it to him. He's here. He's watching us. It's creepy. Normally we talk about him like he's here, but he's actually here. He wanted to come out, see how we're doing it. He actually tweaked the mics for us, so hopefully it sounds better.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
I don't believe on him. Okay, let's do some table of contents. Let's see if I can read this time. We got some great Would You Rathers. We got an email that's going to bleed into the Would You Rather. Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about Pure Luck, the movie we talked about that was wrecked by a fan. Going to want to stick around for that. We don't mince words. We got a wreck for this week. He's already laughing. We each have a story time. Actually, Steve didn't know he had a story time. We're going to do a bit of a Q&A story time with him. So stick around for that. Then we got some fun rapid fire. Then we got a food debate like usual. We're going to talk some comedy, hit some hate mail, then hit the road, everybody. So how you doing? This is Wired and Weird. And baby, it's so good to be here. It's so good. We're going to be here every single Saturday until we fucking die. So don't think that this is just a 1-2 skidoo here. And hopefully this is not very, this is not, what do they say? Predicting the future? For lack of a better word, predicting the future.
I don't know.
Prophetic. I don't know. Oh, by the way, guess what? End of the month, we're doing our first raffle for people that wrote in.
Yay.
So stick around for that right before the hate mail. Fuckers. Just kidding. Love you guys.
So much angst in your heart.
It's just, it's been a long week.
Get it out.
The word fuck is just rolling off my tongue.
Dude, it's such a good word.
You have a week where you just where your instinctual word is fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck!
Every week of my life.
Well, I'm glad I'm in good company. Good company. Let's start with some Would You Rathers.
Let's do it.
You told me you had a good one. I want to hear it.
Dude, yeah. So, Jeremiah, sir, would you rather lose your sexual organs or gain 80 pounds that you can't lose?
Oh, yes. Because if I'm gaining 80 pounds, let's be honest, I ain't using the sexual organs.
Nah, that's a lot of weight.
Nobody wants to see a 5'10" guy that is 250 pounds.
Damn,
and I know there's cats out there like that. No offense to you. I hope you're getting a pussy, but with this face and these eyebrows and this voice, all I say is, thank God I am my weight because I got a lady. And that's only because she can wrap her arms around me. I'm sure if she couldn't, if there was ever a point she can't, that's the deal breaker. It's terrible. No, that's not true.
That's not, there's someone out there for everyone, Jeremiah.
Don't fat shame anybody.
Don't shame
I'd look like fat bastard. I'm just being real here. I'd look like Mike Myers dressed as fat bastard.
You could keep your money. Give me that baby.
I'd cut my dick off. At least then I could still lick a pussy and it would be, I'd be like, I could just make up a story. Tragic Tonka truck accident.
Tonka truck. The old school metal ones,
it was before they made them out of plastic. I'm a real man. Kids nowadays, they can never handle a steel, Tonka truck.
Oh man, I've had one of those thrown on my head before.
Have you?
Yeah.
A dick?
Yeah. Past life.
Just kidding. Oh Jesus.
Jesus. Oh man.
You like that? Oh. You like these homophobic act outs? Subscribe to the spicy episodes. They're all over. Patreon.com.
So you're saying you would rather lose your sex organ? Lose your penis?
Yeah, I would wear a strap on like 100% in a good way. We should probably Jerry beep that.
He's over there like, God damn.
He's fuck already. There's already more work. I'm sorry. Dude. Like, normally you're not here. I can't see you leer at me like that. It's kind of awkward. It's taking me out of the mood. I'm going limp here.
You set one small fire to the studio and he shows up. It's fucking ridiculous.
I know. We fucking talked for 2 hours and sent it in to him. He's like, I'm going to keep this thing on the road here.
Bastards.
You guys clearly smoke too much weed. I don't know. Is being stoned and ADHD not supposed to mix together? Because I can't remember anything anyway.
Seems to work for me.
Yeah, fuck you, Jerry.
I think I'm right there with you, though, because I'm already carrying a lot of weight. So I think I just...
Or do you think that it's...
Strap it on.
A couple more pounds of sand on the beach?
Dude, because I'm already 360, so that's, fucking another 80 pounds, bud. Like...
I wouldn't be doing no fucking.
There's no fucking at 450. You one stroke and your heart's gonna explode.
That's very real at that point. I gotta respect that answer.
Yeah.
So we're both doing the Pain Olympics. We're fucking. By the way, don't look up the Pain Olympics.
What?
Okay. Yes, you don't know about this?
Apparently not.
Okay, so like in 2007. There was this thing going around the internet where there's like this Pain Olympics and these dudes would get off on like
what the
on
fuck?
camera, dude. Like, and people would watch it as like have you heard of like one guy, one jar or whatever it's called?
I mean, I've heard of two girls, one cup.
There's these horrific videos on the internet where people like do these horrible things and get mutilated and people watch it. And I'm not saying I'm into it or I've watched it, but people around me have played it and I kind of got a glimpse of, Jesus Christ, you need to fucking go to therapy, pal. The one guy, one jar is, Jerry, you're going to want to beep all of this, but the dude takes his right? Which is disturbing enough.
Yeah.
Breaks in his blood is pouring out of his and he has to hold open his yeah.
That ain't cool.
So, yeah. So, Pain Olympics is a similar style thing where, people would like or they would like or, people have died doing it. It's absurd. But that's what I was referencing is literally ourselves.
I don't think I'll
wow, that was a gross little turn it took there, and there was a lot of beeping. I don't think
I'll do that, but maybe go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Fucking
good God.
Oh.
Why did I picture myself with a cutting board and a butcher knife? I don't know.
That's terrible. Yeah, you're gonna do it yourself.
Tight rubber band and a blowtorch. That's all I need.
Oh my God, you're a stronger man than I am.
I'm a sicker man than you.
I'm gonna Caitlyn Jenner that shit and go to a specialist.
Bleep that, Jerry. Oh, God. All right. Man. That was a good one.
That went off the rails.
That went, we got to clean this one up for the kids. That's all I got to say.
Jesus.
So how about a palate cleanse?
Let's do it.
How about a little sweet after the sour? Would you rather win the lottery and live 20 more years? Or would you rather live the current lifestyle you're in right now, but live twice as long? So 40 more years. Because we're not struggling. We're not poor. We have just enough to get by.
We're well off. We're not well off.
We get things we want.
Yeah.
We don't get everything we want, but we get most things we want. Get a vacation a year, maybe 2, we get to do our hobbies. It's fun. I'm prefacing this for everyone else so they can pretend that they're in that situation. If perhaps you are, God forbid, poverty stricken or, without, that is the situation in which you would be.
Yeah.
So I personally, I'll go out and say that I, from a very young age, have feared death so long that I know I'm going to take as much time as I can get.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. We live a good life. We're not hungry. I grew up very poor. And so I'm good here. Yeah, I just bought 2 new pairs of shoes today. I'm good. I'll do this for as long as I'm happy, So I mean, I feel like once you make a certain amount of money, you're not going to be more happy.
True. I mean, yeah.
He's going to disagree with me,
But
by the way. He said that.
I'm dying young. I'm out.
Yeah, you're taking the money?
I've accepted death a long time ago. I don't.
You don't stay up for 3 days, a month straight, play with midgets around a car, and expect to make it to the ripe old age of 87.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna go out before I was 21, so I'm like,
overtime, baby.
I'm in overtime. I'm like, come on, coach, call the game.
And that's why we're friends. Is I'm gonna live a long life, and you're gonna be rich as fuck, and I'll hang out on your yacht.
That's right. You. That's right. Till I die on the yacht.
Hell yeah, that sounds like a great time.
It's gonna be fun.
Now, the reason why I said our email is going to bleed into Would You Rather this week, everybody, is because our email, drum roll, everybody. I don't know, Jerry, can you put a drum roll in? I don't know if that's out of your way. Is that going to be extra? If it's extra, just put in a fake drum roll. Hopefully Jerry put a cool drum roll in. I don't know what he did. Oh boy. But here it's actually Steve has the email. It's a Would You Rather from a fan.
Yeah, and so this fan writes in, says, "Hey weirdos, love the show, listen to it at work. Rather pay attention to you than my coworkers. Appreciate that." But he says, "I got a would you rather for you fellas." So here goes. It says, "Would you rather?"
Did they give a name, by the way?
They did not.
Okay. So
anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm
here
sorry.
We go. Achoo.
Esquire.
Okay. Would you rather use a bum's toothbrush or wrestle your naked dad?
Whoa,
buddy.
Okay. I'm immediately going toothbrush. First of all, what?
But it's a bum's toothbrush.
Dude.
Mr. Germaphobe over here,
Dude,
really?
no nakey pops. No nakey pops. What do you do? No, come on. You're trying to trick me into talking nakey pops. Not happening. Not falling for it. No naked wrestling over here, buddy. We need that thin layer of spandex in between our cock and balls.
To make it all
to
the
make
better.
it not gay, okay?
Well, you're not naked.
Just him?
Just your dad's
That's
naked.
even more weird.
I mean,
That's like, it's like, get over here, you rascal.
it's like, Dad, why is your dick out?
Put it away, you rascal. It's like, it's reminiscent when he gets older and he needs a home and I'm trying to wrangle him into the van. He's like, I can't tell me what to do, you Nazi. And his dick's flapping in the wind.
Dementia.
He's like, fuck you.
So, I mean, eventually you're going to have to wrestle your dad naked. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I'd just rather see what a bum's mouth tastes like, honestly.
Oh, God.
Probably orangey, but in a rotten way. Like, have you ever smelled a rotten orange?
No.
That's because you haven't smelled bum's breath before.
That's apparently not.
That's exactly how bum's breath smells, is rotten orange.
I think their breath probably smells like stale cigarettes and regret.
Good call. You forgot the tonsil stones.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bleep that, by the way.
Yeah.
You told me about that shit. No, I think about it probably once a week now. Tonsil stones.
The tonsil stones?
Disgusting.
Ugh.
It's fucking disgusting. And guess what? Jerry didn't have me start the timer.
Thanks a lot, Jerry.
Son of a bitch. All right.
One job. Plus your million other jobs.
Fuck, you do most of this. How can you not do all of it? Can't you just talk on the mic too, Jerry?
Seriously, bro. God.
He's just shaking his head. He refused to talk. He says he doesn't like his voice on the mic. That's why he produces. Whatever. We'll take it. We'll talk all you want. Anyway, we're moving into the movies here. And I'm not going to leave you guys hanging on what I think about this. P.U. That movie stunk out loud. Gross. And an anonymous fan wrote in. So the only person that's going to know I'm really shitting on their rec is the person. So I want to say no offense. try better next time. But that movie fucking sucked. It did not stand the test of time. It was predictable. It was like boring. It was like, oh, let's have this. We lost a person with bad luck. Let's have someone with the same amount of bad luck. Find them because they'll do the same thing. It's like Beer Fest, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we forgot where we were, so let's get drunk and we'll remember. And then they found that out. And it's like, oh, shocker. They found where they were supposed to find somehow. It's like, I don't know.
Like, how's that? Yeah. I mean, it definitely didn't stand the test of time.
I'm just saying, you put like Chris Farley in something like that, it'd have been amazing.
Oh, well,
I mean, maybe that goes without saying. Put a Jim Carrey in there. I don't know. Maybe it was missing a big hitter. I don't know. I'm saying it cannot keep my interest for the life of me. I fell asleep 87 times during the movie. I'm embarrassed that it exists.
Yeah.
Really.
Steve Martin, what are you doing?
God, you should probably unproduce that movie. That was pretty bad. But 1991, I must say, it's older than I am.
It is, yeah. That's a pretty old movie. I can see how it was funny back then, just because of how that's just how comedy was.
Yeah, and I got to give it that.
I mean,
during the time, it was probably really funny.
Yeah.
I actually saw like a couple like old timey style jokes that just never really get old, kind of thing. The kind of physical humor. It's fine, but I mean, if the for me, it's just so fucking boring. I couldn't really like pay attention enough to like enjoy the humor. So I was like, oh, sure, they had to like shoot him in the leg to keep it interesting, you know, or like whatever. But I'm a big fucking bleep that. I'm a big fucking,
Yeah, it was easily predictable. Like, oh, he's going to obviously walk into that door, or he's going to get hit by that branch.
Yeah,
it was just
with all the elite comedy movies we talk about, like, it had big competition.
Yeah,
and and it's not fair to the movie. It's not fair to Pure Luck because we put them up against some of the best.
We have,
and so yeah.
And it wasn't really a duo that you would normally see. It was Steve Martin and Danny Glover.
Yeah, that's Danny Glover PU.
That's an odd.
He stunk out loud in that
combo.
Movie.
He basically just played just his regular character like he did on Lethal Weapon, just like that. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, no difference. Step it up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I enjoyed it because I love Steve Martin. I love Danny Glover.
Yeah,
but
you like movies. I can see how you enjoyed watching it.
It just wasn't.
I'm glad you kind of see eye to eye with me that it didn't provide.
Yeah.
It was passable.
They tried.
If it was a grade, it would be like a C-.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, it wasn't a D. Didn't fail, but it was like...
made it.
Left a whole lot more wanting than satisfied, but I'll give it a C-. Who the fuck am I? But I'll give it a C-. What do you give it?
I would agree with that grade.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You could go a little higher or lower? Or?
No, a solid C- for sure.
Yeah. Step it up. That's shit. Yeah. Fucking C-. All right. You got to hit the people with one of the best wrecks in history, because we are losing the people with this section. These movies stink out loud. I'm falling asleep.
Okay, so this wreck I have for you, the main character actually was just at Tacoma Comedy Club. Well, not just at, it's been a few months, but Damon Wayans Sr.
Oh yeah, he was there. Yeah,
very funny. Comes from a hilarious family. But the movie wreck is Major Pain.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week. I have not seen it.
You haven't seen it? I know a lot of people have, but it's hilarious. It's old, but it kind of still stands.
Now that's a boot camp movie.
Yeah, well,
it's like an army guy, right?
I don't know if it's like a boot. It's like they're at a military school.
Oh, okay.
It's like a ROT.
He's like in charge of kids.
So, okay, yeah, like he's this, major, obviously. It's in the title. Duh. Yeah, and then he ends up like teaching these, what's like ROTC, Is what? Yeah, he goes and teaches kids that
Okay.
ROTC shit. Yeah, some military school thing.
All right.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues because he's this, supposed to be this tough badass, and then he's working with kids. So it's fucking great. I
It's
love
a bit
it.
of a Cotton Hill situation off of King of the Hill.
Kinda,
All
yeah.
right. I could totally be into that. I think it's hilarious.
I've seen it a million times over. Laugh every time. I'll watch it a million times more and laugh just as much as I did the first time.
That is a solid thing to say about this movie. It gives it a big credit in my eyes for you to say that. So we'll come back. We'll talk Major Pain next week. God, it better be better than this. Otherwise, I am going to kill myself in this section.
If it's not, I'm done.
If it sucks, Jerry's gonna kill me because this is terrible. We gotta have better material than this. He's sitting there. He's grabbing his nose in between on the bridge of it, going. Ah. Now we accidentally skipped out. We're gonna call ourselves out. We accidentally skipped out on story time last week.
We did.
We're gonna double up this week. Don't worry. We know you're very interested in our lives. But I got a funny story about me growing up in Westport. And it's kind of about one of your past lives, because you used to be a butcher.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll tell you this funny story about the first lie I know I've been told, right? And so I was young boy in Westport. I was probably, I don't know, how old would you let a kid walk to the grocery store that's like maybe 6 or 7 blocks away? Probably like 8 or 9,
Yeah, eight's a good number.
I was like young enough to be a little nervous about it, but like they're like, you're good, like you gotta go do stuff on your own. Go get us a pound of hamburger, right? And I go to I lived in Westport at the time. There was a shitty the shitty grocery store called Ted's Red Apple. Right. And it was you remember Ted's Red Apple. It was garbage. Yeah. Garbage selection. And as a kid, that's all I knew. We lived in Westport as the grocery store, right? I go in to get a pound of hamburger and I say, they gave me the instructions. I go up to the part, I tell the dude behind the meat counter, he grabs it. And I'm a kid and I ask tons of questions as an adult. So as a kid, you can imagine the amount of questions I asked. So I asked the guy, how come that hamburger's gray? Right?
Gray?
It's gray hamburger. All of it's gray, right? And it's like obviously old, almost spoiled hamburger.
Yeah.
And dude told me, looks me in my little kid dumb face and says, "Oh, this is natural hamburger. We just don't dye this hamburger. As soon as hamburger hits oxygen, it turns this color." And I was like, "Oh, cool, bro. I'll take that." And then just got it. And I believed that until I was 16.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that when I saw red hamburger, it was dyed.
Okay.
Yeah. Because one guy one time told a 9-year-old that it was natural and it wasn't. He's probably just fucking with me. But I believed that for another 9 years.
That guy has been asked a million questions that day, and the last thing he wanted was some 9-year-old going,
to be like,
"What's
why?
that weird looking, bro?"
Yeah, I'm like, how come that's spoiled?
It's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Shut up and eat it.
Yeah, that was that's a fun little story time. Just a cute little recollection of when you grow up horribly poor in a small town, and you do what you got with what you got. And the guy's like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine, kid."
Yeah,
and we were fine. We never got sick. We're fine.
I was gonna ask, what happened when you brought it home?
It was fine. That's how
like,
that
cool.
meat is. It was how bad that store was. They expected gray meat to come back. That was
like, yeah, cool.
We're not driving an hour into Aberdeen to get a pound of hamburger. We're just gonna eat this gray hamburger over
that
here.
Red shit over there. Oh, that's actual meat, sir.
Yeah. And so you can imagine that my culinary standards are not very high. Not very high. Tall.
That's why he eats boneless chicken wings.
Hey, that's probably exactly why. Is because you know what? I don't want none of that gray chicken in there, all right? So, your question, sir, is what's the dumbest question you got as a butcher guy? because that was a pretty dumb question from a young kid. So that's an improv. We didn't talk about this before. He's processing this real time, so I'm going to tap dance a little bit while he thinks.
No, I know.
Oh, he knows. He's like, I think about
that's
it.
why I'm just like, the fact that I have to talk about it. It's like, ugh. And this was from a grown-ass adult, okay? Oh. Grown-ass people asked me this question. Okay, so meat's on display. Signs right above the meat saying exactly what it is. We're in the chicken section. They look at the sign. They look at the chicken. They look at me right in my eyes. Excuse me, sir. Does that boneless, skinless chicken breast have bone or skin? Huh? Fuck you just say to me?
Did you just describe the title of the thing and then ask if that thing was indeed the title of the thing?
Yeah. Grown folk.
Does the spaghetti and meatballs have spaghetti and meatballs?
Yeah.
You're like, sir, you're too drunk to order that spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah. Did they drive there?
They drove.
Or did they fucking ride the short bus?
They vote for the president. They they reproduce other human beings.
Someone lets those people pay bills.
I never wanted to smack somebody so hard. Yeah, I think that's probably the dumbest. Boneless, skinless chicken breast doesn't have bones or skin.
You know what that reminds me of? Is when we're at work and someone grabs a bag of weed and shoves it right up to their nose and smells the sealed bag of weed.
Yeah.
And they're just smelling their fingers. They're like, yeah, that one's stinky. And I'm like, dude, that's your fucking hand that's stinky, man. Like, what the fuck?
What are you touching?
Like, dude, that funk that you're smelling is your fingernail, by the way. That's not Gorilla Glue.
Gross.
That's yo finger foo.
What kills me is, like, it's a sealed bag and they're wearing a mask. And they're still just like...
And their glasses are fogged up. They can't see. They have no senses at all right now. Not even common sense.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny, like, a lot of them, they're like, oh, I can't smell it. It's shit. It's like, dude, it's sealed.
It's vacuum sealed.
And you're wearing a mask.
Dude. And also, you stink. Like, I can't, like, I don't know how you smell anything over your fucking BO.
People, they crack me up.
What, you don't like patchouli?
If it wasn't for these questions and people, we wouldn't have careers. So,
yeah, true.
There would be no comedy.
And just to be fair, that's like 1% of all the customers when talking about everybody. Yeah. But you get the weirdos, so... And not the ones that listen to this. Not the good ones.
Not the good weirdos.
There's good weirdos and there's bad weirdos. And we love you weirdos. The good ones.
The good ones.
And we have to tolerate the bad ones.
Unfortunately.
Because it's called Wired and Weird. But anyway, let's move into some rapid fire. We're losing the people here. So.
All right. You want to start or you want me to start?
I'll start. Okay. I'll start with a silly Billy one.
Okay.
I'll start with one everyone's dad has ever said to him in their life.
Uh-oh.
What's something that's brown and sticky? Tree branch.
Okay.
Yep. Classic dad.
Classic. Yep. All right.
Had to hit you with the vintage.
Hey, I love a throwback, All right. How can you tell if your husband is dead?
How?
I mean, the sex is the same, but you get to use the remote.
Okay. That's a little sneak into Steve's life.
Sorry, babe.
Just kidding. Anyway, so why did my dad bring an extra set of socks golfing?
Why?
In case you got a hole in one. Man's always prepared, baby.
That's a good one, too. That's good. Okay. It's a hole in one. All right.
It's just classic dad right now. I'm just in full dad mode.
Here's one for you, buddy. What's worse than ants in your pants?
What?
Uncles.
In my pants. Oh, I took a second.
Yeah.
What?
Ants in your pants?
Ants, double entendre.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a thinker.
So, I recently got away with a crime. Murdered a slug. Got off on easy charges. Assault.
That's a good one. It's a good one. All right. I got one more for you right here. What does the sign of an out-of-business brothel say?
Broth.
Beat it. We're closed.
Oh. All right. So, inflation is on the rise. Everyone's out of money. Everyone's interest rates are so high. And I just don't get it because I can't keep anyone's interest.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy. We're losing our fucking minds over here.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
You want spicier dad jokes? Why don't you go ahead? You check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
www.patreon.com/wiredandweird. And we get some pretty sexy jokes up in there. Now, I got a debate for you. I got a food debate for you. This is a good debate. It's a similar debate. It's a debate we could all get on the same page about.
Okay.
It's a debate we'll tell our children about. The debate is hamburger chili versus beef stew. Now, there's a couple in each corner. I'll let you select your corner respectively, but let me put it out there, hamburger, lower quality cut of meat. Don't got to tell you that. Got a higher quality cut of beef and a beef stew. But you also got the beansies and the chili. What you thinking? What's your gut reaction? What's your corner? I'll let you pick the side.
I always go chili over
Chili is
stew. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'd probably pick the chili too.
Yeah.
I'll go into beef stew side. I love both so much I can fight.
You can't go wrong.
You really can't.
Yeah.
I'd go. I'll start out. I'll go beef stew. It's a versatile dish. You can make a shepherd's pie with it. You could make a beef pot pie with it.
Yeah.
You can make a casserole with it with noodles, or you could make it like a casserole with like cornbread over the top of it. It's great with cornbread. It's good with garlic bread. It's a hearty meal, especially with the way that the weather is nowadays. Wintertime. Yep. Hearty, delicious. You could have it spicy. You could have it bland. You could have it salty. You could have it savory. You could put any vegetable you want in it. It's a pretty versatile dish.
It is pretty versatile. You made a lot of good fucking points right there, dude. I'm just like,
I'm a fan of beef stew.
I'm just like over here like, it's chili. You could have cornbread with it. Or cinnamon roll.
I was gonna say that's the thing chili has. It really is the cinny.
Dude, and like what I love about it is you get the spice of the chili and then that sweet fucking cinnamon all mashed together. It's just
I will say what chili has going for it is it gives me a great shit.
Oh yeah.
Gives you like a nice hearty log. Lincoln log, Yeah. Fuck a Lincoln log. It is a tree branch of a shit. You eat beef stew. It's a little more watery,
A little bit. I mean,
it's probably just back down to normal status shit.
You add potatoes in yours because that starch.
Oh, there's got to be potatoes.
Yeah, there's got to be spuds.
There's got to be a spud in a stew. Now, I've had more spicy chili than beef stew, though. So you have that on your side.
Yeah.
You got the spice of the chili. You got the cinny. Because you can't eat a cinny roll with beef stew. What are you, insane?
That's just madness.
That's just weird.
That's just
too far.
Gross.
You stop. You stop. You need a hug is what you need. You don't need a cinnamon roll and beef stew. You need a damn hug.
You need a hug, yeah.
Maybe someone to talk to.
I can't even imagine.
I mean, do you have anything else to argue against beef stew? I'm taking the V if you don't.
Dude, I think you took the V, bro.
All right, it's all good.
You're taking that dub.
It's not me. It's beef stew, baby.
It's beef stew.
It's beef stew's winning, and that's okay, guys. And in honor of beef stew winning tonight, I'm going to eat beef stew for dinner tomorrow.
You know what I love about beef stew? Just the name of it. I laughed so hard a few months ago.
I didn't even use that as an argument because it's a sexual move.
Angela was talking. We were like, "Oh, what should we have for dinner?" She was like, "How's beef stew sound?" And I just lost it, dude. just hysterical fucking laughter. Started I'm driving at 75 down the freeway, just fucking, oh my God, beef stew. Like, the fuck? I don't know. It's just funny. Because it's
I'm still laughing at it.
Because it's like you take a hearty shit, you're like, oh, just fucking beef stewed that one.
And I'll tell you, if you can ever associate something with a farty poop, it's going to be funny.
It's going to be, yeah.
So,
people aren't going to eat beef stew ever.
no, I think it made it even more the winner because now it's funny too.
Now it's funny.
Not only is it delicious and superior and versatile, but now it's hilarious, which is the obvious winner. Why was this even a debate?
I think, dude, that one took it. That was too easy.
That was too easy, man. A beef stew, it'll have to come back. We'll bring beef stew back for a victory round. We'll find something worthwhile of a beef stew fight because beef stew is a fantastic meal.
Yeah.
We are fans.
Sounds so good right now.
I'm eating it tomorrow night. I'm not kidding around. I gotta have some stew in my life now. What's your favorite side carb for beef stew? What are you eating as like a bread? Are you because I go garlic bread. That's or garlic knot. That's good.
That's good.
But I like a garlic bread product with mine.
I think I typically leave my garlic breads to like more red sauce dishes, like your.
That's traditional. I totally get that.
You know, your fucking lasagnas, your spaghettis and whatnot.
That's pretty traditional.
Chicken Alfredo and shit like that.
You know, I'm the weirdo in that. I'll venture out. I'll eat garlic bread with gravy based dishes.
Okay.
I think garlic for me pairs well with a lot of things, and so it's like it's just a garlic butter is all it really is, and so it's like add garlic to the butter on your fucking buttered bread. It's just toast. It makes it better. That's just how I see it. So I eat garlic bread with everything.
I'm gonna try it.
You should eat beef stew and garlic bread. It's really good combo. Yeah, because it just kind of takes the broth of the beef stew and it kicks up a notch. You know?
I like that.
Dip that shit in there.
I like that. I'd usually just stick to like a plain, roll or like a King Hawaiian, like a sweet roll.
Oh, you'll like the garlic. You'll like the. Don't get a sweet roll. Get like a garlic bread, and it'll be a different world. You'll be on a different planet.
Okay. Now, should I get like garlic bread or garlic knots?
Get garlic bread.
Okay.
Go garlic bread. Go all in, and it'll be a different planet. You'll be in a different time zone.
Okay.
It'll be a different meal.
I'm doing it. I'm trying it.
It'll switch it out.
Okay.
Back when we didn't have a lot of dough, we would switch the side bread. It would make a different meal almost,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Look, we just had this. No, we had this with this.
No.
Now we're having this
garlic
with
bread
that.
last night. Now we're having hot and serve rolls.
Yep.
All right. Get your fucking shit together. And then the next night, it's going to be in shepherd's pie.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Instataties. And they're all different. And, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay, dude. Whatever gets me fed.
So, one comedian that I can't believe we made him wait this long to even be talked about. I mean, we've referenced him here and there. Good old Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Good old Mitch Hedberg.
Fucking love Mitch.
Man, oh man, what a legend. Died way too young. I mean, if you guys don't know about this guy, look up Mitch Hedberg. Just go to YouTube and type in best of Mitch Hedberg. He's great, silly one-liners that take things way too literal. I'll tell you one of my favorite Mitch Hedberg jokes is like, he's riffing on escalators. He says, I like escalators because they can never break down. Escalators just turn into stairs. You never see a sign that says, sorry, these escalators are broken. They just say, sorry, these escalators are temporarily stairs. Just shit like that.
I love it. And what was interesting about him was he never really looked at the crowd.
Horrible stage fright.
Yeah, he was always looking down or just like up and fucking everywhere else.
And sunglasses.
Always sunglasses. I don't think I've ever seen him without in any of his stuff. Yeah,
he notoriously suffered from stage fright, which I think every beginning performer can identify with. It's a very hard thing to overcome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some performers cannot overcome that. He was one that coped the best he could. He used a lot of hard drugs. And some sets you could see that he was on an upper. Some you could see is very much so on a downer.
Yeah.
Which was really unfortunate because it kind of hindered his craft.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sure without him, he wouldn't be Mitch Hedberg and he wouldn't be who he is. And I want him to live the life he lived and true to himself. But that being said, I wonder how a sober Mitch Hedberg would write. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of curious.
I wonder how his stage performance would be. I wonder if when he matured in his age, because he died very young, I wonder if he matured in his age, if he would evolve into this super comic, or something, because he had that great comic writing mind. He just didn't quite have that stage presence,
Wasn't he only in like his 30s or something, or like not even or something?
Young man. I want to say he was like maybe not even 30. I'm looking it up right now, but I want to say 27, but I know it's not 27 because that's just the 27 Club.
Oh yeah, that's the low hanging fruit. I want to say, I mean, he was close to 30, but I hope.
Okay, he was born in 1986, born in 2005.
He dead.
So I don't know how old that is.
86?
Okay, yeah, 1986 and 2005. Let's see, carry the one. Let's see.
That would have been 24. No. What?
37. I was 10 years off.
Wait. What?
He died at 37.
He was born in 86?
68. I fucked that up.
Oh, that's why I was like, what? He was only like 20, like 19? What the fuck?
Dude, I was so fucked up. I was reading and arithmeticking all at the same time.
Mathematically calculating.
I was squiggle guessing and arithmeticking at the same time. Let me tell you, it was getting on. This is all pipes, Jerry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Poor guy, gone too soon for sure.
But no, I mean, and the type of humor that he has is just so my style.
Yeah.
And it's so silly and fantastical and one-liney and punchy, and it's fantastic.
There's one of my favorite bits of his. I don't remember like the whole thing, but he was like, I was at this restaurant. I just wanted some breakfast. And the waitress kept asking me all these questions like, how do you like your eggs? He's like, preferably hatched.
Yeah.
He's like, but I don't have that time. Scrambled. Just like, it's just so punch. It was just great.
That was a really good Mitch Hedberg cadence.
Yeah.
It was a really good job encapsulating how he kind of talks. I like the bit he has about like a receipt for a donut.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Well, like basically the premise is, I bought a donut and they said, here's your receipt. And I was like, I don't need a receipt, man. I don't need to like file any taxes under donuts. He's like, what do you think I'm going to do? Eat it and try to return it? Who am I going to have proof of purchase of a donut to? Someone going to pull me over and be like, sir, we're looking for a donut shoplifter. Something like,
Yeah.
just riffing
like,
on that.
my receipt.
So basically the whole thing was like, why do I need proof of purchase with a donut? I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah.
And so it's a beautiful angle that he was literally just so cut and dry with, and it worked. It was
like observational one-liner kind of style. You know what I mean?
Sound
kind
familiar?
Of like, yeah.
Comedy boy. Oh boy.
Comedy.
Well, we got a fun little section at the end, at the last episode of every month. What we're going to do is we do a raffle for everybody that we've used an email or a hate mail in this month. We put you in a raffle. We raffle it off. We get you a shirt. Okay. So we're doing our first raffle. This is for November. And we actually already raffled it off. We have the name ready. But this is a reminder to every weirdo. Fucking email us in for the love of comedy. Write a hate mail. DM us on social medias. Get into this raffle. You're missing out. You're missing out on free merch if you're not at least emailing.
You're a fool missing out on that.
Give us a rec. Write in hate mail. It's just write in a peeve.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna riff on it. And then guess what? We say your names. We talk about you guys. We email you back. We send you merch. Write in, for Christ's sake. What do we gotta do over here? No, we get tons of
We get tons.
We get tons, but we want more.
Yeah.
This is fun. We love engaging with people. And so the winner of November for a shirt of Wired and Weird. I'm building suspense. Talking like this. Is it building suspense? The winner is Nikita. Congratulations, Nikita. We already got in contact with you, so you already know that you won. But congratulations.
Congrats.
Other weirdos are slapping their leg in frustration. God, I thought it was me. They said, next time. They point at the sky and say, next time I will email in, and they will read it, and they will call my name. And you're right. Because you got to speak it in the universe, baby.
That's right.
So email in. Keep us updated. That's your final warning. Otherwise, you're going in timeout.
That's it.
That's it. That was my dad voice.
That was my dad voice.
Not
real stern.
Not very dad-like. That's why I'm not a dad.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Here's my uncle voice. Oh, so wait, hold on. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Jerry, beep that.
Oh, my God.
I am an uncle. That is bad.
You fucker.
We got a hate mail. Got a hate mail to exit out this fucking spicy episode. A lot of it got cut. A lot of it got beeped. This is a fun time. I'm enjoying it. This is also an anonymous hate mail because it's in my line of work. It's in the realm of comedy. And when comedians get to talking about names and get to talking about behind the curtain things, generally we go pretty anonymous. You don't like to speak ill of other comics. I was talking to a comic and he said feel free to kind of reference our conversation on the podcast and hate mail because we were both kind of riffing on the fact that this is what he said. I kind of jotted it down. It says, I hate when comics compete. We all have to embrace each other and watch each other perform and enjoy everybody's journey. If somebody increases their value and increases their game, it sets the bar higher for all of us and we all get better! ! And that's just something I want other comedians to hear and other people to hear, because a lot of the times we put ourselves in that me or them situation.
Oh, yeah.
When in all reality, it's just a community of beautiful people. Comedy is. And I started doing comedy because I love stand-up, but I kept doing comedy because I love the comedians.
Yeah,
They're great
some of the best people.
But you get some real sensitive, real emotional people, and that can come out in weird ways. So you get the good and the bad. And so I never speak ill of anybody, but I totally get that hate mail because there is some little drama for your mama flying around in the Pacific Northwest scene, at least in the November month.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a pretty dog.
You're up to date. I've told you about it.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it's a spicy situation. It's fun to watch, but I don't comment on any of it. But
nah,
man, if we all just embrace each other and bring each other up and enjoy this community we have, we'll all be better.
I completely agree. I mean, I also would say that it is a competition, but it's not your traditional competition where I have to win so you don't get better, you get bigger than me. It's a competition to better ourselves together. You know what I mean?
You said a couple days ago when we were hanging out, you said it's a competition with yourself.
Yeah.
And I really liked when you said that. I thought about it numerous times since you said that. It's not a competition with us and them. It's a competition with me and me, is what you said.
Yeah.
And that's really, really deep. And that's one thing that it's easier to look and compare yourself with other people, but it's hard to put that measuring stick to your own dick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It sure
it's
is.
Easy to talk about everyone else's small hog, but when it comes up to time to put the measuring stick up to the old winky here, not a lot of people want to watch that game film, baby.
Yeah.
So if we keep focusing on ourselves and keep that criticism for ourselves, keep it with our acts, and then we use the good ego part for everyone else, I think everyone will be a lot better off. And since I'm sounding like a hippie and Jerry's about to punch me in the face, we got to leave you the same way we leave you every single time. And so I'm Jeremiah and this is Steven. We'll stay wired and you stay weird, baby. We love you.
We love you guys.
Hi-ya! What? What? This is wired and what?
Wet?
This is wet and
Huh?
It's come again.
What did you say?
I'm gonna catch some flack for that. That's a bloopy. That's gonna be a bloop.